Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are returning to Let's Play of Carrier Battles Guadalcanal campaign, but we are in the Battle of Wake Island. So, it is noon of the second day over here and things are starting to heat up a little bit. We've basically had Task Force 11 swing by to the south over here and to the north, do a couple of raids on these airfields, and we've been relatively successful, I would say, in our attacks on the airfields. We did take some damage in return, but we were able to repair that and basically land all of our units. But then we tried to attack this group down here, this Japanese task force of some transport ships. That would be a very, very tempting target, but unfortunately we did encounter some escorts and patrols that were flying over these ships and did lose, I think, 3 torpedo bomber squadrons, and that was a very hefty loss over here. Nevertheless, we're going to try to strike them again with our dive bombers from Task Force 11. So we've got, what have we set up over here? 6 dive bombers, this time escorted by some fighters. We still have some guys here that are damaged, and we're going to try to repair that damage, but let's see whether that is viable. We also are a little bit concerned because typically we have been encountering quite a couple of heavy bombers or medium bombers that were flying out of these air bases, and it's potentially still an issue. So we are going to fly a heavy escort mission here over Task Force 11 with all in all 4 fighters. It's not the best fighters, it's the F2A, so I'm not sure about that. But the more dramatic development has been around Wake itself. So Task Force 14 has been basically driving up due west over here and has been around here. We haven't really suffered a lot with Task Force 14, but we haven't been great either. So we've flown a couple of planes to Wake itself, and there is a Task Force 14.1 coming in here with one group of reinforcements. That would really help to bolster the morale of Wake. But these guys have been coming under attack by what we know are Japanese carrier airplanes. So we know that Japanese carriers are in the vicinity. Now historically, that was only the second carrier group, so only, quote-unquote, 2 of the major fleet carriers of the Imperial Japanese Navy. But is that going to be the same in the game? I actually don't know. And even 2 carriers from the Japanese at this point in the war is going to be very tough. I really don't know whether that is going to be viable to attack that. For now, our carrier, the Saratoga over here, is doing fine, and we've got Wake itself as a base, but I would very much like to drive Task Force 11 down to reinforce them, join up, and basically present a more concentrated force that we could potentially try to counter the Japanese with. But even there, our main priority is still going to try to defend Wake, and we do see that more ships are coming in from this direction. We don't know a lot about them, but we've tried to strike them before. Weren't really successful that time, but yeah, let's try to strike them again. It's a good number of escort vessels, but it's also 2 transports. So what we're going to do then is we're going to ask Task Force 4 over here, and we're going to send a strike force of 3 dive bombers to potentially at least take out these guys. I don't know whether that is going to be successful. We're also preparing a strike here on Wake itself, although on Wake that basically can only reach out to a range of 6 hexes. So okay, let's select. Can I not select Wake on the map? Well, apparently not, but basically you can see that if this is 4 hexes away, this is basically the range at which our Wake could currently strike. We could reconfigure all of our strike packages for longer range, but I don't think it's going to be worthwhile. It's so much more powerful at a short range. Right. We are seeing enemy scouts over Task Force 14. A B5N. And that is a big issue to me, because that means that the Kidō Butai has spotted us. I want to move under this cloud cover immediately. Oh, and that is a problem for some of you guys. Yeah, it is. Okay, you know what? Let's not move there immediately. We're going to undo the move. It's a bit risky, but I do want to collect this fighter here and allow it to land before we move on to the next hex over there. We do run a lot of fighters over here over this task force. And we've got a southeasterly... Ooh, this is brilliant actually. So we've got a southeasterly wind. This is the direction that the wind is blowing to, not where it's coming from. And that means basically, I think these clouds here are going to move into this direction, and that might give us the cover that we do need to come to Wake. I don't know. Let's see whether that's going to be enough. How about Task Force 14? You are 20 minutes short of launching that package. You guys do need an hour here on the Lexington due to all of the traffic that is going on. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I think it's going to be alright. Yeah, let's see whether we're going to face more Japanese fighters anywhere over here. Okay, you guys are landing now, so I think that's going to be alright, and you actually have one more hex to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you into there, that's alright. Oh, and we've got some further troops over here that are not ideal, are we? Do we? Okay, so what I'm going to do here with you guys is we're going to change that somewhat. Nope, sorry, that's alright. What I do want to do with you guys is I want to change... No, this is alright. I don't want to recall you either. Okay, you guys are returning home. And you can't quite make it your way home. Can I retarget you to basically land at Wake, please? I would very much like to retarget you. Okay, yeah, I think this is what we can do. Right, so let's use a different airbase to land. That's going to be alright. And you're going to be fine doing that. Good. Okay, that should work out. Right, you guys down here could move up, I think. Could you? It's a little bit annoying that you can only see where these guys can move if you've basically got the hexes turned on. You guys are going to start your attack on these guys down there, right? And that has a range of 6. So if we launch you now, it's going to be 40 minutes. Alright, let's move you over here. Then we're going to linger over here as long as we can, and then we're going to move further. Yeah, I think that's perfectly suitable. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We do need to check one thing, and that is on Task Force 11. You guys got these guys with you. No, but you've got a further range. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, let's move you up there. That's okay. You guys are landing over here. That's okay too. You guys, what's the issue then? Has limited fuel supply. Yeah, that we know. Okay, let's send you guys over here as well. So you're basically covering that all. You guys are still around. We are still conducting some air searches. So that's all okay. Let's hit the next one over here. Okay, we are over the strike group here. That's good. Task Force 14 is landing some units, I think. Yeah, you guys are landing. You're basically out of fuel, but that's okay. That's just basically exactly how you can land. And you guys over on Lexington, are you guys taking off now? 20 minutes. That's alright. Oh, but we have repaired one of our torpedo bombers here. That's nice to see. I mean, you could try to add you to this, right? Probably would expand the timing that we need there. It's a little bit better to attack with torpedo bombers and dive bombers though. Okay, let's do that because right now these guys are under heavy cloud cover anyway. So it's going to take a while for you to get there, and it's going to leave us in a little bit more exposed position too. But I think it's going to be alright if we have a little bit more striking power here and be able to take out these units. That would, I think, be a lot better for us. Right, Task Force, what's going on here? You guys are landing. Let's take you away from this. That's okay. We've got two guys that are going to launch over here. That seems to be pretty alright. Why do you take so long to land? Can I undo the prioritization here of the strike? Would that help at all? Don't think it does. Weird that it takes you so long to land. 40 minutes. We've got you guys down here in the hangar. If we were to move you over here, that would not impede anything else. So let's try to get you on the runway, because I'm very, very, very scared about the Kidō Butai here. Right, we could move up the task force. Don't think I want to do that yet, but we are going to do it soon. Right, let's see how our strike here then by Task Force 14 is going to go. I think that's just 3 dive bombers, so it's not a lot. What are we targeting? We're going on a very compact range over here. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, let's see how that is going to go. First the heavy AA. Hopefully that is not going to disrupt us too much. Nope. We're going to be very concentrated on one of these ships over here. Did it do anything? Yeah, it did. Hit by 4 bombs, and these guys are, I think, slowed down. Which is good as well, because that's probably going to mean that these guys are going to split up. Okay, you guys are now returning, that's fine. Do we see anything else? Hit by 4 bombs? Yeah, that's perfectly lovely, but it's only damage, it's not destroyed. Task Force 11, you are preparing that, 20 minutes till you're done there. That's alright. You guys are still trying to repair and recover, so that's okay. Got a lot of fighters ready here now, but we are sending some to be on a combat air patrol. You know what? I think what we're going to do here is ask all of you guys to prepare for combat air patrol so that we can send you out as fast as possible whenever we need to. So I think that's okay. How about Task Force 14? Yeah, you're just launching combat air patrol. You're landing more guys. Oh, why are you taking so long though? I don't know. That's not good. You're landing and you're low on fuel. You're basically on fuels now, on emergency power. That's just not good. Got a task force down here. I think Task Force 14 does have 2 heavy cruisers, so I'm not too concerned about a battle here, a surface engagement, but I don't necessarily want to get into that either. Right, and by the way, if these guys do move in 1 hex further, we can start to launch an attack from Wake itself. So that's tempting too. You guys are under cloud cover for now, so I don't want to move you. And by the way, I would actually ask you guys to not do an autopilot thing, just be ready to go where I need you to. And I think we want to try to remain under cover as much as possible. How is the wind blowing to the southeast? That would be lovely. You guys ready to move down here, but you are within perfect strike range of these guys, so I don't want to change that. So let's go for the next phase over here. We are being spotted over Task Force 14. Not good. Not good at all, my friends. And we've still got a couple of guys who are landing here. Yeah, completely on fumes now. We could try to land these guys so that we are... I mean, basically we've got these guys returning. No, let's keep everyone where they are so that these guys can return and we're landing everyone before anything else happens. You guys up there still trying to get to that direction, that's okay. How about Wake? How's Wake doing? Sending 1 combat air patrol into the air there, that's alright. Yeah, I think ultimately we probably want to get a couple more fighters down to the air group down there. Right, let's see. Okay, this group down here is trying to reach these guys. That's fine. But you're being spotted, which is not good. Well, I could. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. If we were to move into this cloud cover, we might be doing a little bit better. Yeah, but let's not move for now. I think that's alright. Okay, these guys still not a danger yet. We do want to move up here, but we don't need to right now. F4 Fs. What have we got on Task Force 14? The F4 Fs, yeah. So maybe grab one of you guys here. I think you're all based out of Wake. You 6 hexes? Yeah, I think you could. You could actually try to land somewhere else. You could try to land down here. Not enough endurance. Okay, fine then. Let's get you back to Wake. Not sure. I thought you would be able to reach that, but apparently not. Fine then. Alright. You are okay where you are, I think. It is still only early afternoon, so there's a significant danger that there are there's going to be an airstrike. Speaking of airstrike, here's Task Force 11 being engaged potentially by some Japanese medium bombers. Let's see what we can do on Task Force 11. I don't think there's much that we can do. Yeah, we've got 3 fighters in the air. One further is going to come in 20 minutes. That's not necessarily enough. We have this very nice strike that is coming into these guys down there. We are under a little bit of cloud cover, so I think that's alright. What we could try to do is drive a little bit towards this direction, so that maybe, just maybe, these guys are not going to be able to spot us. And I think that would still allow our guys to come back, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we were over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, let's get over here. Let's get under that cloud cover there. Maybe they're gonna miss us. It's a hope. I don't know. Right, everything else up over here. So we've got Wake. You guys have moved basically into range over there. You haven't moved. You have moved yet, I think. So that's all right. How about Task Force 14? How are you doing? Well, no one is landing. We've got these 3 dive bombers. We've got a lot of guys coming in for air support. What have we got over here? So if we take these 3 dive bombers, send you on a naval strike against... Come on. Why can't I select that? Sometimes it's a little bit awkward. Okay, fine, there we go. Right, let's try to attack this group, because I think it's, well, it's a slower one. I think probably they have split these guys off, but there's only 1 destroyer to accompany them, so I think it's going to be alright. Let's try to do that. And they're going to come in during the night. We're going to prioritize that, that's alright. We've got 1 more fight over here. You guys are all doing your thing there, that's okay. And I'm really concerned whether the strike from the Kidō Butai is going to be targeting the Task Force 14 here at some point very soon. And of course I'm kind of concerned about these 3 medium bombs there. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, they have found us. So yeah, on the other hand, we are on top of them now, so that's good to see too. Can I move you guys up, by the way? I cannot. Okay, I could move Task Force 14. I'm tempted to move them at least away from this direction. I would love to be under some cloud cover though. Southeast, so that's going to blow this way. I don't want to be right next to them though. I think that's a little bit too rich, isn't it? What have we got in here? We've got 5 destroyers and 2 heavy cruisers. What do we know about these guys? Looks like 1 cruiser and 8 destroyers. I don't want to bring my carrier into this type of fight. Of course we could split off a couple of our guys, but that would leave us with less power in terms of moving around. Okay, I'm just going to move a little bit in this direction here, moving away from the threat of the Japanese. It's a very, very mild approach, I would say. Task Force 11, any chance that I can get more fighters into the air? No, not really. Okay, you're going to all stay where you are then. Task Force 14, yeah, you guys are preparing. We've got these guys here on the deck. We're going to run more AA. More combat air patrol. You guys are fine in there. I don't want to disrupt anything here. And anything in terms of wake? We've got a good number of units here. We've got all of these fighters still too. Okay, so you know what we're going to do is we're going to ask you, that's an F2A, so these guys are not necessarily great, but we're going to ask you to fly over you guys there. That's right. Okay, everyone else still being prepared for their missions up over here. Okay, let's launch you. You might actually land at the carrier then. It is 3 PM, so let's see how our strike down here is going to go. I would hope that it's going to go a lot better than the other ones. Only 1 fighter now this time. We're going to very strongly target this ship there. A little bit of AA. 1 fighter there, 1 escort fighter, but we have 1 escort, 1 combat air patrol. We've got 1 escort fighter too. So that's nice. And there we go, a huge strike on that remaining cargo ship, which hopefully is going to go down. Yes, it is. And we've actually damaged the A5M, so that's lovely to see as well. Very good, actually. Hit by 8 bombs, major fires. Lovely. I like it. Good. So that means you guys are now going to return, and you guys are going to have some trouble doing that. Yeah, the torpedo bomber there is a little bit shy. That's just 1 hex shy. We've got these guys over here, 3 medium bombers. And ultimately we probably have around 3 to 4 fighters in the air, which is nice. What else? Warning has been... Yeah, okay, so further airstrikes are coming in against Task Force 14. What have we got? Ooh, Jesus. Jesus. It's just 1 hex. You were so close. 9 strike groups and 4 escort fighters. Zeros nonetheless. We've no chance against zeros. Oh, that's such a pity. We were so close. This is 1 hex. 1 hex and we couldn't take it. Let's try to fly you in. I have very little hope that you're going to be successful in that. But it's just what we need to do. 20 minutes until we can launch the strike down there. You guys are ready. I don't think it makes sense to try and fly from the carrier to what's over there. It's just way too far away. 1 hex. Just 1 hex. Jesus. So close. Let's see what's going to happen. So that's a strike on Task Force 11 down there with the Lexington. We've got 4 fighters, so I'm relatively confident. But just one of them is going through is just going to be enough to really screw up our game over here. And we only actually damaged 1, so there's 2 left. And they're going to attack the Lexington. They're going to score a hit over here. And things are rapidly turning worse. So what's going on? Hit by 2 torpedoes at this point. Damage to propulsion and listing again. So we've suffered our 2nd torpedo hit. And things are not great at all. And here's the 2nd battle of our task force there. And this is going to be a slaughter. This is going to be an absolute slaughter here. We've got a lot of AA, but these are the best Japanese pilots at the time coming in. Yeah, they're actually destroying one of our fighters. One of our guys has aborted, one's damaged. We've destroyed one of their fighters. It's nice. We've aborted one of them. But that still leaves 8 fighters, and I really can't watch this. Yeah, this is a goner. This is a goner, my friends. Yeah, it's going down. Hit by 5 torpedoes and a bomb. That's such a shame. That's such a shame. That would have been so lovely. And there's actually another strike group coming in here with a couple of dive bombers, it looks like, and some A6Ms. Don't know where they're going for, but Jesus, that's not great. Oh, and you guys are gonna have you're gonna have a lot of trouble here because you're gonna try to land at Task Force 11, and Task Force 11 is listing at this point. So things were looking okay just a couple of minutes ago, and right away things are starting to look a lot worse. Okay, Wake, how are you doing? Okay, we've got 2 guys landing here. Yeah, that's the damaged guys. Okay, let's try to send a couple more fighters into the air. Jesus. How about Task Force 14? You guys are doing relatively fine. You're going to send out the strike very shortly. Not a big deal. But you guys over here, you are worrying me a lot. Because you can't operate anything. And we do have a huge strike coming back. And these guys probably have to ditch. And that's I can't even, this is just... Yes! 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 Oh, this is nice. Whew. Okay, so at least Lexington has achieved counter-flooding. And that's hugely... That's a big deal for us. That's a really big deal for us. Okay, so guys, you guys are all landing now. That's perfectly lovely. And that does mean not only are we going to save our fighters, I think we are also going to save a lot of these guys over here. That's brilliant. That's really, really nice. Okay, strike is trying to come in there. That's good. Task Force 14. You have a lot of stuff in the air. That's lovely. You're very well prepared actually. So that's good to see. Okay, over here, yeah, this is just going to be another slaughter. We've just one fighter to guard against these guys. I think what we can try to do is at least send you two guys over here as well. But yeah, I kind of doubt what's going on here. Right, I kind of doubt whether that is going to be working for us. We're going to try to repair these guys. That's fine. Yeah, that strike up there was brutal. I don't want to move into the rain because these guys will need to return. And we still can't strike against these guys here from Wake, can we? No, we are just one hex shy of where we need you to be. This is harsh. And we lost the transport, so honestly the damage that we're going to suffer now is a little bit less relevant. It's not nice that we are that one of you guys has been hit. But yeah, it's just the way it is. Well. Okay, what else? Is there another strike incoming? Hit by one bomb? Yeah, fine. Enemy scout. Yeah, you guys are suffering so much. You guys are landing, that's okay. Okay, we have some air groups over you, that's okay. You guys are still landing, a lot of you. Yeah, that's okay though. I really would like to recover the torpedo bomb there. Anything else we need to do for Task Force 11? We're sending in some planes over here to guard against a potential strike. You know what? Potentially I don't want to do that right now. I would like to land everyone first. Yeah, let's try to get everyone down and then we're going to send up further escorts if we need to. You guys actually don't need to do that now. Let's keep it down here as well. Because it is getting late and I would like to recover everyone and not suffer any ditching or anything. Right, how about you guys? You are F2s. How about you guys? You are F4s. You've actually got a decent range, so we might want to land you at the carrier. No, you're about to land, so I don't think that's something that we can. Okay, let's see. Is there another strike? Another Japanese strike? No, this is ours. We're coming in with 3 strikers against these guys. That should work relatively well. They have very little in terms of AA. We are coming in here and we are scoring some hits. And I would hope that that does cause these guys to sink. It's not, but it has destroyed your propulsion. So that basically makes you sitting duck, which is lovely. Now you guys are going to return. That's okay. These Japanese guys are retiring. That's okay too. Got 2 fighters on the ground over here. Wake, you guys are starting to send some guys up here, which is fine, I suppose. But it is kind of getting late, so yeah, let's send one of you up, and I think that's fine. And how about other strikes? Yeah, okay, so these guys are now within striking range, but how late is it? That's a big question here. So you guys can all fly 6 hexes, right? So let's get all of you airborne and try to strike over here. Distance of 12 hexes. Everyone will be launched at the same time. We're going to depart at 17:20 hours. We're going to reach the target an hour later and we're going to come back an hour later. We're going to land at the last moment of daylight. We could, of course, land at Task Force 14 as well. We might have done that a long time ago, actually. We could have flown over here and then land at Task Force 14. Oh, that's tempting. That's a very, very tempting choice over here. And these guys are very close to them anyway. Okay, let's take a moment to check whether we've got enough hangar space over here. We are using hangar space worth of 4. I think that does count these guys. There are 2 more that we can land over here. So that's basically 6. And there are some guys in the air still. So that is another 3. So that's 9. And we've got space for 22. So at least 13. And that is just more than enough over here. So yeah, you know what? Let's actually do that. Let's target you guys over here. And let's use a different return air base. And we're going to use Task Force 14. And you have a lot less distance to fly, and you're going to land a little bit earlier, which I'm going to be very satisfied about, because that is also kind of nice in terms of what you can do. We have a lot of fighters over here. We've got a single SBD over here which can do some searches. That would basically strip off Wake of all resources, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yes, let's do it. I'm very intrigued about this. And let's prioritize that. Okay, can I actually ask you guys to not do that? Would that allow you to do that a little bit earlier? Not really. Okay, that's fine then. Task Force 11, you guys are fine. You've basically recovered everyone, right? So, no one landing? Yeah, no one landing. So you can move away from over here. We could try to do another strike here at Quadriline. But I'm just not feeling it. Task Force 11 has suffered quite a bit. You guys have still quite some damage here. We've got a single torpedo bomber left here. And just a few fighters. So I think what I would rather like to do is send up at least 2 more fighters here. Just for the last couple of minutes during daylight. And I don't think we're going to make any further strike here. That's just not going to be viable at this distance. So instead of raiding these guys further, I think what we're going to do is going to try to match up these troops there. And that should be a-okay. Alright, let's move you over here, just a little bit away from these troops. That's fine. And then Task Force 4, you guys, do I actually need to come you into Wake now? Well, we've got the Ralph Talbot. You guys are not doing great. I could split you off. And get the Ralph Talbot towards into there. Everyone else at this point doesn't need actually to come to Wake, but you guys could try to battle these guys down there. Okay, let's detach the Ralph Talbot. And let's say the Bagley. And let's say the Bagley. Okay, yeah, now it works. Fine. Okay, so now we've got 2 task forces over here. And I'm going to ask task force these guys to autopilot. Not autopilot, rather. And you guys can come into Wake. Let's see. Right, so task force, you guys then. Sometimes the game is a little bit, I mean, the Unity engine is nice and everything, but sometimes it is a little bit annoying to play. Okay, you guys, let's go for autopilot on that hex down there, thank you. Just disentangle yourself a little bit there, that's fine. Right, and then you guys can't move, that's okay. And you guys will be able to move. Right, where's the strike coming in from Wake? I think it's launching at 1720, right? Just seeing a couple of guys over there. Scouts over both of our task force. Not great at all. Okay, you guys are fine though. I think you are probably not gonna suffer from too much damage here, but just to be sure, let's bring in 1 more air unit there. You guys fine over here? A couple of guys landing there, that's okay. And you know what? We're going to put you into the air as well, just to make sure that we're not suffering anything and that we are clearing the runway here a little bit, because a couple of guys will be landing and that's fine. You guys are running your air superiority missions there. And I think I just defined the wrong setup for you. Okay, you guys do need to come there. And you guys come over here, that's fine. Okay, yeah, I think that works perfectly. Good. Let's see. Okay, there's the strike from Wake. You guys are going to try to land over there. Come over there. These guys are still trying to land. So we've got a lot of AA over Task Force 14. Well, 3. That's actually not that much. But still, let's try to land these guys first. And I very much expect these other guys to land at some point in our vicinity as well. Okay, let's try to get you guys to move into this direction. You might be able to strike these guys here in the morning, if they are still around. That's fine. Anything else? Okay. Why did you run out of fuel? That's a float plane. Typically you don't manage float planes yourself, so not really sure what happened there, but it's alright. Another scout over Task Force 11. You guys are coming in closer, that's okay. Over Task Force 11, yeah, you guys do need to make your way over here. And we are trying to run that strike. Let's move you guys into the safety of Wake itself. Wake, you guys are basically fine. Yeah, we're going to run a search in the morning. I don't think we need to run a search, start one, running one at 18 hours. You guys are basically all fine, but let's maybe get a couple of guys here just ready to do some emergency combat air patrol if we need to. I don't think we do, but it's still going to be alright. You guys are fine for now. We've recovered these guys, and that's okay, but probably I want to do at least a little bit more in terms of air superiority. That's 40 minutes. That could be right around when these guys are landing. And I don't think it's worthwhile, because at 40 minutes that's just basically another 40 minutes of air cover. So yeah, let's try not to do that and see what's going to happen instead. Okay, you guys have moved over there. Interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you guys into the cloud cover over there, hoping at least that would make a difference here. Let's see what these guys are going to do in terms of their attack over here. So we've got 5 guys, and they're going to try to strike pretty much very strongly here at the... Yeah, we should have maybe dispersed them a little bit, but I think it's still going to be alright if we can do some damage here. We also never know just how much damage we are going to take due to AA, and just how good our hits are going to be. Yeah, but we are very soundly sinking these guys by 2 torpedo hits, and I'm actually not sure whether 1 torpedo hit would have been enough. So yeah, it's nice that we did concentrate, although some hits here on the heavy cruisers would also have been very lovely indeed. Right, good hit there. We've also got another group over here. So that's the 6 cruisers. That's, I think, 3 destroyers. Did we get any further intel? No, that's just the battle over there. That's fine. And then we've got this single transport ship down there. I don't suppose that we can strike that with just a single... No, we'd be returning at night, so I'm not going to do that. Fine. You guys are fine in the air there. Okay, honestly, this is a little bit silly. It would just take too long. And you guys are all fine and ready. Very, very nice. You guys could move up. Let's move into this direction. Slightly concerned about Task Force 11. There might just be someone sneaking up on us there. So let's move you guys a little bit to the north here. We've got you guys, you're landing. That's okay. It's 19 hours, so hopefully you're going to land fairly soon. Yeah, 5 guys are landing. Oh, I did still keep you over there. Let's get rid of you. That's fine. Okay, and you guys are going to probably land afterwards. You're going to land now. I hope that we can manage all of you at the same time. But basically that's fine. And Wake, yeah, I think Wake is also going to be alright. Let's see. 1920, so... Very soon. Ooh, you're going to be spotted, aren't you? Yeah, but basically you've recovered everyone, right? Yeah, very nice. So for the first time we've got actually a very strong strike package here again. With 5 dive bombers, 3 torpedo bombers in Task Force 14. You guys are pretty strong as well with 8 dive bombers, so that's definitely nice to see. Right, you guys don't need to repeat your mission here. You can just land. Why are you... launch until dawn? Okay, so maybe let's try to land you manually. Don't want to lose anyone due to the night. Okay, yeah, I think that's alright. Good. And that, I think, basically concludes the day phase over here. We're gonna see some... Yeah, 8 o'clock is dawn, so it's alright. No one in the air over here. Some guys are landing in wake. That's okay. I think these are the sort of distance cover. It's not really distance anymore at this point, but fine. You guys can't move. You could move. You guys can't move. You could move. Well, I don't think there's any point in moving the carrier around over here. I think it's nice where it is under the cloud cover there. So yeah, and now it is night. So I think this is a perfect place to put in another cut. So the afternoon of the second day here. Tragedy and success. Tragedy in that we lost our transport, but success in that we did do a very nice strike down here. We did not suffer too much here from this attack on Lexington. Lexington really is lucky over here, and even though we were subject to an airstrike by the Kidō Butai, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to move away from that, because I'm really not happy about trying to strike the Kidō Butai. And we do have enough targets down here that we do need to be concerned with. So, but that is going to have to wait until next time. For now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and everything. And I see you around. Bye bye, guys.